Welcome to our first Saturday Q&A with Emmanuel. Thank you to all of you who are joining across the globe. Folks from all parts of the world are tuning in today. I see UAE, Jordan, Canada, Austria, Guatemala, all parts of the US, just to name a few. So nice to see you all. We've got people logged into Facebook, Crowdcast, and YouTube. Welcome. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal. I'm with Ascension One Collective, the foundation that supports the work of the channel. I'm here today to ask all your questions. Last we came together, we explored the activation of the energy body in an energetic transmission with the Elohim. This week, we'll continue to explore this topic with the guide Emmanuel. Emmanuel will give us the opportunity to ask questions of these celestial beings. We've created a two-part session to give you some time to receive the energetic transmission, integrate it, and allow for the topic-based questions to emerge over the week. So we look forward to answering those questions for you today. For those who are new, I will explain the process that a seal goes through to open up the connection that we refer to as the channel. This is a connection to both powerful energy and wisdom that during the sessions he will embody and bring through. The process for a seal to get into trance includes spontaneous movements of his body and hands, sometimes shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes will roll upwards. It may not seem it, but this is all normal. His everyday human consciousness is still available to him while he's channeling, and he can stop the embodiment at any time. Once the energy field is established, Emmanuel will come through to deliver wisdom transmission. Then I will ask your question. As the session ends, we'll sit together in silence as a seal comes back into this awareness. For people who can support the work, it not only supports a seal, but it supports the whole production team. Many of you supported the last session and have already supported this one. It's truly appreciated, and it really helps us keep this work accessible. We have links to your support options in the chat. Enjoy the session. I'll see you back here upon your return.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for joining and making time for this fascinating dialogue with an outside consciousness, a non-material consciousness. Emmanuel was the first guide that explicitly introduced itself to me when this opening to the channel started to occur. And it was fascinating at that time. I did not even have a concept of who Emmanuel is and what he is. All I saw was this light being accompanied by other light beings and the reverent energy with which they arrived. And I had to actually Google Emmanuel's name to find out that it is an angelic being that was once recognized by humanity. And what's fascinating is that Emmanuel is almost like a spokesperson or an ambassador to these higher realms in which this channel operates with. And when we speak of the channel, it's not me, the human being, that's the channel. It's rather the connection to which I'm connecting to, as well as many of those that have been in the practice, as well as in the initiation of the work that we do in our courses and workshops. So other people get access to this through practice, through continued development, through evolution of the heart, through evolution of the mind and the body and the energetic body. So in some ways, all of this is accessible technically and theoretically to everyone. I guess it just takes the right amount of effort and determination and dedication to self-evolution. And of course, those that are joining the courses are not just joining so that they can one day channel. It is really the journey on which everyone is on that brings forth a major growth within, a growth in mental constructs that are limiting, a growth in emotional constructs that might be limiting, as well as a deeper alignment in the physical body. And of course, the activation of the energy body, or as the channel calls it, the energetic spiritual construct. So we created all these themes to ask the channel, in this case, Emmanuel, for specific areas of interest of the audience, of you, and we can get more specific answers. Some of these answers are fueling our curiosity and maybe satisfying a deep desire to know more, to fuel the mind. And there is also some entertainment value by getting really interesting answers that were not expected. There is a deeper underlying essence of the delivery of these answers. There is an energy that comes along with the answers. And if you can really rest your mind and heart and receive the answers with a deeper opening, there is more than just the intellectual knowledge that is delivered. There is an energy and a frequency, a vibration that's delivered. And you can receive that. So listen, not just with your mind, but also with your heart and your body and your energetic body, so that all parts of you are being stimulated and uplifted in this work. Thank you for joining. See you soon. Greetings. My name is Emmanuel. We welcome you, the individual, on its developmental journey of evolution. You chose this path as a soul, the human experience, as a specific format for the evolution of your consciousness. While a part of your consciousness is part of the human collective, another part of your consciousness is from a different source of existence, an older source, a source that has experienced different formats of consciousness evolution before. And through the variation of the available formats of evolution, through the evolution, through the many available formats that are accessible in this creation, the soul container that you carry has the ability to experience various formats for growth. Continuously, all of consciousness is evolving and expanding. You are part of this expansion and evolution. The human experience is merely one aspect of this available and accessible form of growth. When you enter the human experience consciously and by design, memories of previous lifetimes, memories of the origin of your soul container are temporarily disabled in order to allow the human experience to have its full effect for your growth, in order to allow all of the experience in the human form to feel 100% human. Only in the full immersion into the human experience can a soul container truly derive all benefits of this experience. And with the continued evolution, the continued growth process, the continued expansion of your consciousness, and the continued understanding of your own being, these memories, these parallel existences that you hold will start to become active and enabled. Your consciousness becomes capable of holding the human experience and all of the other experiences you have had, including previous human experiences, previous identities that you have carried. This is the power of an expanding consciousness. When more than one single human experience, the momentary and present experience, can be observed and held at the same time. With this understanding, you accept the truth that you are more than this current human identity. You accept the truth that you are beyond a single individual experience in human form. Many experiences before have fueled your growth, have fueled your learning and your evolution. And through your evolution, the collective consciousnesses that you have been part of have been fueled in their own growth. This construct, allowing the material and non-material forms to evolve, has been established by forms of consciousness that themselves emerged before their designs were created for the evolution of consciousness. These forms of consciousness themselves were not created or seeded, yet emerged from the congregation of the love of creation, the energy that permeates through all of existence, the energy that was once established. The sources of this infinite energy is unknown. The source of this infinite energy is decentralized. It truly is available and accessible on all levels of creation, on all levels of material and non-material existence. It is the true connector and the fabric that bonds all of existence together, material and non-material existence. It is the fabric that bonds your entire being together. And it is the fabric that your energetic body is entirely made of. The closest aspect of your being to non-material existence is your energetic spiritual construct that contains your soul container, all of your aspects of your consciousness, as well as the connection of your consciousness to this physical form, to this temporary human experience, and all aspects of your spiritual and emotional heart center. As you can see, as you can feel, this energetic spiritual construct of yours is an intrinsic and central part of your entire being, allowing you to have this human experience in the first place. While often the physical body is recognized as the most important aspect in this physical reality, and while without the physical body, this human experience will not be possible, the foundational aspect of your existence is truly this spiritual, energetic spiritual construct. This energetic spiritual construct is indeed established first, before the physical form is established. The created, the designed energetic spiritual construct that will allow your soul container to take its place will then be embedded and assigned to a specific entering soul into the human experience. Even before conception, these energetic spiritual constructs are established. Specific capabilities, specific achievements of previous lifetimes, specific learnings that are required to be had in this lifetime are embedded in this energetic spiritual construct. As you enter the human form, you enter as an entire being of non-material existence into this material form. And in your developmental stages of growth, the mental construct evolves, identity is established, the physical form evolves, an entire human form in its full manifestation is established. Your emotional heart is embedded within your spiritual heart that is intrinsically connected and represented in this energetic spiritual construct. You become a whole being, experiencing the totality of your spiritual energetic construct in material form. And experience many souls request and seek out an experience designed and provided for you, for the evolution of consciousness within you, for the evolution of consciousness that is supported through your experiences and through your realizations in human form. Every moment, every interaction, every action, every contemplation, thought, and emotion is part of this evolution. You are therefore an intrinsic part of the collective evolution of humanity. You're therefore an intrinsic part of the collective evolution of all of consciousness, material and non-material kind. The energetic spiritual construct has many functions beyond the function of allowing your consciousness and soul container to have this human experience. The energetic spiritual construct allows operating in this reality, and the operations in this reality extend with the expansion of your consciousness, with a greater perspective on life, a greater perspective on existence, greater abilities and powers, greater capabilities of presence emerge from within this spiritual energetic construct. This mechanism is to a degree predetermined. Certain individuals will come with gifts that they have achieved in previous lifetimes in human form and other forms. Certain individuals will come with specific energetic connections from previous lifetimes and even to the sources of their existence. The presence of all that you bring into this human form, even before you enter, allows for the diversity, the full spectrum, the beauty of all of humanity to emerge. And as you expand in your understanding of who you are and what this existence is about, these deeper ingrained gifts that come along within your existence start to emerge and come to surface. The gifts are manifold: gifts of sight, gifts of understanding, gifts of deeper knowing and inner contemplation, gifts of healing and support for others, gifts of energetic connection to many different planes, gifts of operating in this physical reality in ways beyond the perceivable aspects of your mind, beyond the laws and the rules that have been established to allow this material reality to exist. Only an evolved soul, an ever expanding consciousness, will be able to operate within this reality beyond the rules and the laws established to allow this construct to operate naturally. Through the rising energies and the frequencies on this plane, humanity will be given many opportunities to evolve, many opportunities to contemplate, many opportunities many opportunities for the evolution of its consciousness, of your individualized experience. And as you evolve, you receive access to the full capabilities of this spiritual energetic construct. The capabilities to operate in this material realm in ways beyond the understanding of this human form, in ways beyond the laws and the rules established for this physical reality. And these powers will become accessible to all human beings as the self-realization journey continues to take its place. The goal of the self-realization journey is the self-realization itself, the evolution of your consciousness, the byproduct, the milestones achieved will be the gifts that emerge. Deeper sense of presence and the quality of this love of creation, never experienced before in the human form, will start to become apparent through all individuals on this plane. Thank you for listening to my words. I will now answer some of your questions.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Jeff asks, hello, Emmanuel. Can you speak about the process of increasing our connection in order to deepen our alignment? How can we better allow this? How do we learn to make these adjustments in ourselves and for others?
The increasing of the connection is directly connected to the expansion of your consciousness. The expansion of your consciousness is directly connected to finding deeper alignment within, to finding a deeper silence of the mind, of the heart, and of the body. This deeper alignment is established through devoted time, through devoted contemplation, through devoted consideration for realizations. And as more realizations move through you, and as your consciousness releases the necessity to create a certain reality for your learning, your consciousness will start to evolve and expand. This expansion itself will bring forth connections beyond the perceivable mind, the perceivable heart, connections into non-material existence of many different planes, of many different frequencies, and many different forms of existence. And you become the receiver, you become the communicator to all forms of existence from within you. A deeper level of understanding on how to operate the energies and the wisdom that you will start to get connected to. The wisdom that arises from within you, the energy that is intrinsically felt within you, will come with its own intelligence to be applied to those close to you, to those that resonate, that connect, to which you are connected to. Therefore, the evolution of your consciousness is your gift to humanity as the gifts within you start to emerge. First and foremost, establish time and space for a deeper silence within. Allow all of that which requires to be seen within your heart, within your mind, all of that which requires to be felt to emerge. Observe and allow for realizations to occur. Every realization will loosen your consciousness to allow for a greater expansion. And the greater expansion of your consciousness will allow for the connections that you seek to arrive in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Denise asks, what practices can be taught to children to help align and preserve the integrity of their energy bodies before damage is done during adulthood? Are there ways we as parents and guardians can better support them earlier on?
The energy bodies of children and young adults are protected until a certain age. In this time frame, it is understood that the developmental stages are critical to establish the important constructs and the limitations that are required for the realizations later on. It is by design that these perceived situations of young adulthood and childhood are challenging. The imprints established have been established before entering into this specific form. The imprints are part of the energetic spiritual construct established before entering the human form. In childhood, in young adulthood, these imprints start to manifest so that the learnings, the lessons become humanized and real in this human form. What is important to allow these entering souls to experience is the beauty and the power that is within this reality, the beauty and the power of this nature, the gifts of this earth to be fully received, the gifts of relationship to be fully received, the gifts of love to be fully received. While an individualized soul will always create the challenging constructs in early childhood and in young adulthood that it requires to transmute in this lifetime, the aspect of guardianship, the aspect of providing to your best abilities as a parent, as an adult, as a conscious human being, is your responsibility. Providing for the previous generations to enter as safely as possible, with as much love and providership as possible. This nourishment will allow these individual beings to have the full extent of the human experience. Directing young adults to spiritual concepts, a deeper level of understanding of contemplation, will also be a new development in this coming years. Young adults, even children, will become capable and able to fully understand and recognize the importance of the understanding of these constructs within the navigation of emotions, the navigation of beliefs and expectations, the navigation in this reality with this human form, and the importance of silence, the importance of observing that which arises within. All of these elements, even in their most simplified forms, can be beneficial to plant the seeds necessary as the younger generations come to adulthood to bring forth the full manifestation of their learning. Thank you for your question.
Yes, I'm back. Thank you, Emmanuel. Francisco asks, greetings, Emmanuel. On December 21st, 2020, when the planets are in alignment, will mankind be getting an upgrade of the light?
On this plane of existence, the constellation of energetic bodies that are represented through stars, planets, and other astral bodies is a critical element of navigating the energies that are accessible on this earth. Certain frequencies and certain energies will become accessible at certain constellations. And in the nature of this reality, those moments and openings truly serve as an opportunity to experience a different vibration, a different access to the realities beyond this reality, to non material forms of existence, to energies that are normally not accessible on this plane. The date that you have described is such a date and will indeed open up access to energies that will flow into this plane of existence to provide the fuel for evolution. And even if the fuel of evolution is consistently existent on this plane, this particular opening on December 21st will allow a new perspective to arise. What you consider to be upgrades is the willingness of the evolving soul to accept its evolutionary stages, the willingness to receive, the willingness to expand beyond the known, beyond the certain, and beyond the comforts established. The unknown will always provide for feelings of fear, of anxiety, of excitement. And this is the space that you're entering, the unknown of celestial energies, to enter this human plane, to enter this earth plane, to impact the earth plane, to fuel your individualized and your collective evolution. How this fuel is utilized, how this fuel is transmuted within every individual and expressed into action, expressed into realization, expressed into your evolution, is to be determined. Yet, even your awareness will make it accessible to you. And if you observe a silence during that time, an opening of your heart, an opening of your mind, and of your energetic spiritual construct, you will experience the power of this energy entering your entire being, allowing for this transformation to occur, understanding that you are an ever-changing being, an ever-evolving being. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Sonia asks, in addition to continuing to attend these sessions, what should we do when we feel energetic blocks in our bodies? I'm feeling tightness in my throat, lower jaw, and third eye for quite a long time, and it even turns to pain sometimes, but I don't know how to solve these issues. Thank you.
The first part is observation, observing the discomfort, observing the misalignments that are within you. Through the increase of the energies within your system, the discomforts and the misalignments will become apparent in the symbolic form of pain. The mind and the emotional heart can, through its own constructs, move you into a place of suffering. Yet that is not required. First, observe without meaning. Become aware in all the ways the energy that is arising within you is not moving accordingly. A deeper observation. Eventually, you will allow, through breath and conscious directing of your energy into these parts of your being, to increase the levels of energy that move at those parts that hold constrictions and pain. Eventually, just the way a river will break through a mountain, these pains, these blockages, and these constrictions will open. Observe patience with yourself. Remove your judgments and expectations of yourself and of this evolutionary phase that you're in. And you will see that your efforts will bring forth the desired results of internal and great alignment of the expansion and the evolution of your consciousness. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Ramsey asks, Hello, Emmanuel. How do we get more energy or source of energy? And where does energy come from?
Energy, in our perspective, is synonymous with the love of creation. The love of creation is continuously accessible and available to all planes of existence. Energy is within you and outside of you. Energy is present in all living beings and non-living beings. This earth is an energy source, as it is an opening through which this love of creation has manifested itself into this form of a celestial body. The earth, therefore, will provide its own flavor of this love of creation. All other celestial bodies will provide their own flavor of this love of creation. All living beings, including yourself, will provide a unique flavor of this love of creation. As you can see, many energy sources are available and accessible to you. Some energy sources are naturally integrated into your energetic spiritual construct to be accessed easily. One of these aspects is the root of your energetic spiritual construct that is able and established to receive the energies of this earth, to deepen the bond, to deepen the flow, and the restorative, expansive nature of this love of creation, delivered and provided by this earth. A secondary important opening is the top of your energetic spiritual construct, opening yourself up to the energies from above, the energies that are accessible through many celestial bodies, the energies that are accessible in higher planes, in non-material planes of consciousness. The expansion of your consciousness will allow for the access to increase the energy flow into your system. A third opening is your spiritual heart, the center of your being. In all interactions with all beings, in all interactions with all of consciousness around you, an exchange of energy, an exchange of information through the flavors of this love delivered to you and provided by you will become an important route to explore. As you can see, the human form has multiple ways of receiving and providing energy. Certain ways are established naturally, other ways will come to be known as your consciousness expands beyond the standard functions of your being. For now, regulating these openings with breath and with conscious presence will be the path to go. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Jurgen asks, what is the relationship between the energy body and awakening? Also, how can the increased energy in our bodies be best integrated for our good and the good of all the collective? Many thanks.
The energetic spiritual construct, simplified, the energy body, will require a certain charge in order for the awakening of an individual to be sparked. This initial spark will become a catalyst for an opening that will continue. This initial spark of awakening will become an important pathway of realizations and of self realization to occur. The energy body is therefore intrinsically connected to the awakening of the individual. Without this initial charge, without this initial impulse from the energy body, the awakening is less likely to occur. The awakening itself will continue on the momentum of this opening, the opening of your consciousness and the expansion of your consciousness. Every realization, every opening that allows for a deeper energy flow into your system will spark new awakenings, and the cycle will continue. The cycle of awakening that perpetuates the self realization journey, provides the momentum necessary to move forward as an evolved soul, as an evolving collective. The self realization journey itself naturally applies itself to the awakening of all on this plane, to the expansion of human collective, to the growth and evolution of all of consciousness. Therefore, first and foremost, your focus on your own self-realization journey is the key to the desired outcome that you seek. In the way that you seek to apply your evolution to others is intrinsically embedded within you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Joy asks, when I am in nature, my being feels like it is in contact with energy all around. It feels so nurturing. Is it my entire field participating in breathing? Am I absorbing energy through my energetic field? Thank you for the alignments.
Yes, the energetic spiritual construct itself expands beyond the physical form. There is multiple layers to the energetic spiritual construct. Some layers are closer to your physical form, and other layers are further expanded, dependent on the energetic levels that you can hold within your physical form and your energetic spiritual construct and your consciousness together. The energy levels that flow through you define the level of expansion of your energetic body. The energetic body itself is continuously in exchange with its environment. In this case, nature, as a provider of energy, as a provider of life force, will be able to be accessed with your energetic body. Conscious awareness of this exchange can direct and invite the energies of nature more freely into your being. Conscious breathing and regulation of breath, conscious presence in nature and relaxation will open you naturally up to receive from the beauties and the love of this environment created for your experience. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Brenda asks, when we activate our energy body properly, are we also able to change both our energetic and physical DNA?
In the advanced developments of the energetic body, in the advanced understanding and knowing the operations of the energetic spiritual construct, the energetic version of the DNA that represents your physical manifestation of your existence and your physical DNA can be adjusted with the impact of change within your physical form. These operations will require a much deeper level of evolution, a much deeper understanding and knowing the totality of this creation. Only then this knowledge will become accessible, knowing that your consciousness will operate in its most responsible and aligned way to make adjustments accordingly and to the benefit of your evolution, to the benefit of the evolution of others. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Julie asks, greetings, Emmanuel. In the advanced courses, you've encouraged us to learn to participate in the field meditations. What is the goal?
The energetic field that is established in this format allows for the expansion of the consciousness, the projections of consciousness to experience the non-material form, to experience collective in a way that is close to the nature of the human collective. This in-between stage of allowing the connection to other forms of consciousness in an energetic field while being in human physical experience allows a continuous practice of the capabilities of your consciousness as well as the capabilities of your energetic body. This practice, therefore, is an imperative to support your evolution. It will become more apparent and clear why this practice will be critical in the coming years and decades of humanity's existence. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for your time, Emmanuel. We appreciate your answering the questions.
Thank you for listening to my words. And thank you for receiving this work with an open heart and an open mind. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for opening yourselves up to receive this beautiful gift that we get, and the beauties of all of the possibilities that we get to experience. And thank you for being on this journey that you have consciously chosen to grow and to evolve and to expand. And we're in this journey together. So let's make it fun. Let's make it supportive. Let's explore together. Let's cry together. Let's be angry together. And let's be happy together. Blessings.
Welcome back, everyone. As we're coming back, I have a few gentle closing remarks. If you'd like to continue this journey, there are a few ways to do it. We have social media pages like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube that you can follow and share. If you're new and watching on YouTube, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. You can invite family, friends, and community to these bi-monthly sessions. The team is posting the next month's transmission schedule in the chats. You can join our weekly Monday integration calls. We have an interactive online course, Transmission Deep Dive, to complement the book we released earlier this year. Details about this course can be found on our website under Courses and Events. You can also peruse our channeling archive for answers to previous questions under the Channelings tab. We are continuing our advanced practitioner courses. For those who have not yet experienced the first base camp, it begins January 5th. In base camp, Emmanuel is our admissions director, and when you pre-enroll, your name is submitted to Emmanuel for consideration. Pre-enrollment is now available on our website, and if you're in Crowdcast, there's a direct link to the pre-enrollment. This session is just one part of the work that we do. We also travel to both sacred sites and sites of global trauma to do energy alignment work. Once we're able to travel again, we'll resume our tour through Europe and take a group of participants on a retreat to Greece. Details about the retreat are now available online on our website, and our team is putting the link in the chats now. In the meantime, if you want to explore our previous sacred site adventures, we've created a sacred sites page that's on our website. This work is possible because of your support. As you would imagine, it takes a village to bring the channel to this space and get it out to you all. If you find this of value, please consider supporting this session. And there's 3 ways to do this. If you're in Crowdcast, there's a donate button at the bottom of your screen. There's also 2 donate buttons on the left side of the homepage at asiltoksal.com. If you can donate via PayPal, that's paypal.me/ascension1. Or you can become a Patreon patron at patreon.com/asiltoksal. If you want to share deeper about your experiences, we have a community Zoom call on Mondays, as mentioned. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for contributing your questions, your presence, and your time. We appreciate seeing you all, and we'll see you soon.